to the Best Song 4, where I put James's music curation skills to the test.
We're coming to you from Startle Music. We're both called James, and as head of content, it's my job to curate perfect playlists for our customers.
And today I'm James's customer, and my challenge to you, James, is I would like the Best Song 4 uniting Megadeath and Mozart fans.
Oh.
Megadeath being like...
Yeah, I was going to say, are Megadeath and Mozart not the same thing?
Mozart.
Yo, Mozart is turning in his grave. Okay, right. So, immediate thoughts to completely different worlds, I'm thinking. Like the world of classical music.
Mm-hmm.
Very elegant, very refined, light.
Mm-hmm.
Some other word that connects with that. And the world of rock music. Grunge, hardcore, dark, grimy, sweaty. Classical music, not sweaty. Showered, not showered. Yeah, basically showered, not showered.
Oh, clean, unclean. Okay, so you may be surprised then. So I've got interesting science for you. You ready for it?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Here we go. So Heriot-Watt University, which is in Scotland, which is near you.
Your drama coaching has paid off. Please.
Heriot-Watt University in Scotland examined 36,000 people across the globe. Okay, big number. They examined music fans of like heavy metal music, and they examined music fans of classical music. And what they actually found was that they really closely matched in a lot of personality metrics. Mm-hmm. So actually, they were very, very similar in characteristic.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a surprising thing, is it not?
I think so. I mean, I love classical music, first of all. Classical music fans suggest to me, like as I said before, maybe more refined, maybe a bit more orderly. Mm-hmm. Rock music is the antithesis of that, is it not? It's disordered, it's chaos, it's anarchy. Classical music, not so much.
So it said that both groups tended to be creative, mm-hmm. at ease with themselves, and introverted.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, they were very, very identical. So we've got these two seemingly very different camps that are actually, science says, very close together. Mm-hmm. So if you were to play one song, this is your brief, you're going to play one song that's going to unite all of these Megadeth fans with all of these Mozart fans. Is there one song that's going to also unite them? So they're the same in characteristic, but can you bring them together in one song?
Yes. Okay, so the song that I'm going to suggest is The Sound of Silence by Simon and Garfunkel. No, the Disturbed version. Disturbed are a rock band. You may have heard of them, Down with the Sickness. That was a brilliant song that I used to dance to when I was dance. You can't dance to rock music, can you? I used to do a chassé, a step ball change to Down with the Sickness by Disturbed. No, we would go to this club. So long story short, lots of my friends were really into rock music, and therefore I was exposed by to rock music through my friends. I'm not the biggest fan of rock music, but I do love it and do appreciate it. So we would go to this club called the Cat House, and they would play Disturbed, Down with the Sickness, and we would dance to it. So that's where I first heard Disturbed, and I was probably like 60 years old, so that's a million years ago. So they've been around for a long time. So they recently did a cover of Simon and Garfunkel's track, The Sound of Silence, which is this, how would you describe it?
Like a slightly solemn, slightly eerie.
Eerie, good word. Spooky.
A bit acoustic, yeah. It kind of is a little bit spooky because it has this sort of like overarching like.
Are you hungry, James?
Yes.
so they did a cover of this Simon and Garfunkel song, and actually I was reading about the song itself, and it wasn't actually popular when it first came out. I think on its album, it was like really not liked by fans, but then it kind of had like a resurgence like years after it had actually come out. But the Disturbed version of the song is this like haunting, so like spooky, eerie piano introduction, and David Draymond's voice, which is this very raspy, sounds like he's maybe smoked a lot of cigarettes, although if you're a non-smoker, I apologize, David Draymond. Sounds like he smoked a lot of cigarettes, and it's just this very like kind of rough and raspy vocal over this haunting orchestral melody. And then there's a string section that comes in, and then dynamically we're following a kind of similar route to not every classical song, but most classical music starts off with a kind of soft, slow build, and then typically the peak or the crescendo is at the end of the song, and then it finishes. Whereas lots of pop music or even rock music, they're coming in hard fast, and it's pretty much staying there until the end. There's very, very little in this up and down of dynamics, but it follows the same structure of, let's say, typical classical music, and that it builds. And it's just this, and it's like this full string orchestra in the background, like full on symphony of The Sound of Silence. And it just creates this rock meets classical swirl in your mind. You're like, I thought I loved classical music, but am I a rock fan? I don't know, like all of these confusing thoughts. And I feel like it just really merges the two worlds perfectly together. It was also super popular chart-wise and in terms of like sales. It came out, I think, 2016. We'll need to fact check on this, but I feel like it was probably top 5 in the UK.
Okay.
And I don't think Disturbed had any tracks that had peaked that high chart-wise, but there was something about this cover that they did, that for me blends two worlds together, and that is actually a really emotive and intoxicating piece to listen to. So you should absolutely listen to it.
You know, I've never heard this song, but you've just sold that incredibly well.
Oh, thank you.
I want to go and listen to that immediately. That sounds...
You like listen to the song, you'll be like, yeah, I hate it. But your description was good. No, it's really good. And I'm not, so my friends actually used to make a joke. Basically on a night out, I would get really tired at one point, and then they would joke that The Sound of Silence was playing in my head, because I would become this like introspective, like withering, I'm so tired, like, I don't feel good situation. And so, The Sound of Silence kind of rings with me a little bit, but it's actually a fantastic song overall. And listen to the Simon and Garfunkel one as well, and the live version too, which we've spoke about. So I've technically given you 3 versions of a song to listen to.
Well, that wasn't the brief. So you've over-delivered twice.
Yeah, okay, sorry.
Okay, amazing. Thank you very much. That was great. So this is James's recommendation for the best song to unite Megadeth and Mozart fans, bringing them together as one united front. And that is The Sound of Silence, not by Simon
and Garfunkel. The version by Disturbed.
Go ahead and listen. If you are a Megadeth fan or you are a Mozart fan, let's hear from you. Let's see if you actually love this song.
Yeah, do it.